the Abbasid caliphates were models of tolerance compared to many Christian and non-religious empires. So you should withdraw your progress suggestion that he was being untruthful there. I don't personally think the body count is the thing that decides this. I wish, for example, that the Roman Empire had succeeded in putting down the Jewish rebellion in Palestine. I think we'd all be very much better off if the Jewish zealots had been obliterated and their horrible monotheism and its intolerance prevented from mutating into Christianity. I think the only chance for civilization in Palestine at that time was a continuation of what Alexander the Great, who by the way is a figure in history, had brought to the area, a kind of Hellenism which was actually extremely attractive to many Jews and remains the model for secular and reform Judaism. That's what I happen to think. I don't think all imperialisms are totalitarian. What I think I hope I've tried to carry this point, I'll just seize this chance to underline it again. Never mind the body count, think of the principle. The principle of monotheistic religion is totalitarian to begin with. It says that you must submit to an authority that cannot be challenged, that owns you body and soul, that can watch you while you sleep and after you're dead, that can convict you of thought crime for what you may do in your dreams, that abolishes the whole concept of human individuality, responsibility and autonomy, and forces you to love a dictator who you also fear. That is what is wicked. And it would be perfectly all right to kill in the name of resisting that. So the body count that it naturally inflicts by imposing itself is a second-order consideration.
Well, let's just look at Christianity for just a moment, because the central principle of Christianity, and Judaism too, if you go back to the first book of Genesis, is that God made man free to choose. Very often when I debate this issue, people say, well, why would a just God allow the Holocaust? How come all these evils exist in the world? And the short answer is because God made man free, including free to reject him. So, far from there being a totalitarian principle, which, by the way, if God exists, he could have imposed. Christianity is based on the idea that you have the freedom even to say no to God. And a lot of moral evil in the world can be explained in that way, that God could intervene and usurp that freedom, in which case there would be perhaps an obliteration of all human-inflicted evil, but then we would be robots. So the very fact that here we are free individuals walking about, free to accept the church or not, free to believe or not, these things came out of Christianity. So it's not right to say, to take secular despotisms of the 20th century, which arose out of a rebellion against religion, and anachronistically superimpose them backward through history, as if they were the creation of religion itself. This is the huge historical sleight of hand to which I'm afraid we are being subjected.
You see how totalitarianism, you see how the habits of totalitarian thought will rot a brain even as fine as that of my friend, you know. He says to you, be grateful to Big Brother, be grateful to Big Brother. He's allowed you the right to dissent. Who in this room does not feel insulted by something as fatuous as that? And by the way, whatever, and contemptible as that, by the way, whatever the definition of free will may be, and I say we have it because we have no choice but to have it. It is not something you can be given. If you tell me it's free will and you've been given it, you abolish the category in which you are dealing. Surely that must be plain. And no, you do not have the right to say that there is no God, and that his prophet and his son are not valid, and that their teachings are not to be listened to. You only have that right if you're willing to risk your immortal soul and an infinity of torment. And to say that this is a kindness is to be an abject person, sprawling at the feet of a man-made idol. Don't do it. Get up on your feet, raise yourself to your full height, throw off this chattel. It's a mind-forged manacle.